In the fall of 2021, a 19-year-old woman set out for her Orlando, Florida apartment after finishing work, getting ready for an evening flight to her parents' house. However, she mysteriously failed to make it on board. Filled with worry, her mother alerts the Orange County Sheriff Office to do a wellness check on her daughter. The primary suspect met an untimely death just 2 days later, escalating the search for the missing young woman. This is the story of Miya Marcano. September 2021, the disappearance of 19-year-old Miya Marcano shocked the nation. What started as a missing person case quickly turned into a harrowing tale of betrayal, heartbreak, and an unspeakable crime. Miya, a vibrant and ambitious young woman, was a student at Valencia College in Florida. Her promising future was abruptly cut short when she vanished without a trace from her apartment near Orlando. As the days passed, the search for Miya intensified, drawing widespread attention on social media and in the press. However, hope turned to despair when her lifeless body was discovered in a wooded area, sending shockwaves through the community. Miya Marcano, whose family called her Mimi, was born on April 26, 2002, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, to her parents, Ima Suling Scarbriel and Marlon Marcano. She had a very close relationship with her brother, Marlon Marcano Jr., who went by the name Munchie. Miya spent her early life in both South Florida and the British Virgin Islands. Her parents seemed to be incredibly loving and fun people. Miya graduated from high school in the spring of 2020 from Charles Flanagan High School in Pembroke Pines, Florida, located just outside of Miami. She enjoyed going to carnivals and always looked amazing, dressed up in the most extravagant feathered costumes. Miya's family lived in the nearby town of Fort Lauderdale. But after graduating from high school, Miya headed off to Valencia College in Orlando, which is about a 3-hour drive north of Fort Lauderdale. Miya had a job at the apartment complex that she lived at, the Arden Villa Apartments in Orlando. She worked in the leasing office while she was pursuing an arts degree. She finished her freshman year in the spring of 2020, and then spent the summer hitting the beach as much as possible before her sophomore year began in August 2021. She continued to work at her apartment building, but on Friday, September 24, 2021, Miya went missing that day. Miya worked till about 5 p.m. She was set to head home to her apartment before going to the Orlando airport to catch a flight home to Fort Lauderdale to see her parents. But Miya never checked into her flight, nor did she answer her family's texts or calls after she left work that day. Concerned for her well-being, Miya's mother contacted the Orange County Sheriff Office, initiating a wellness check on her daughter. But it didn't appear that Miya was home, and this concerned her family even more, who waited at the airport in Fort Lauderdale just hoping that she would walk out, but she never did, and this was of course incredibly alarming. Some of Miya's relatives drove to Orlando that night to physically check on her, and they arrived around 3 a.m. When they knocked on her apartment door, her roommate answered and explained that Miya hadn't been home all night. Miya's roommate reported that her and Miya was at work during the same time, and when she arrived home that evening, she didn't see Miya at all. Miya's family, alarmed by her missed flight, unanswered calls, and an empty home, reported her missing again. The police revisited her apartment accompanied by her roommate. During their search, they made an unexpected discovery. A dresser was blocking the inside of Miya's bedroom door. The disquieting scene continued with a bloodstain on Miya's pillow, a disarrayed room, and signs of tampering with her window. As Miya's family gathered with the police outside, the apartment's maintenance man, Armando Caballero, arrived, expressing concern. Miya's family confronted Armando about his obsessive texts detailing plans to give her life savings and unwarranted cash gifts. Armando denied the accusations, insisting he wasn't a stalker, despite Miya's family revealing her consistent rejection of his advances. Tensions rose as Armando defended himself, asking, "If I was guilty, why would I be here?" He claimed not to have seen Miya since 3 p.m. that day at work, emphasizing he wasn't a resident at the apartment complex. Miya's family, suspicious of his intentions, led the police to investigate Armando further. Miya's friends had previously warned her family about a maintenance man making her uncomfortable. Their suspicions deepened when, after Miya's disappearance, the police responded to a call reporting Armando removing items from his car. Armando lived 20 minutes away from Miya's apartment. Police arrived at his apartment and, with his permission, observed as Miya's family peeked inside. Armando became a potential suspect, and Miya was officially declared missing 24 hours after she was last seen. The police intensified their search, describing Miya's features and tattoos in a bulletin. Despite Miya's family attempting to access security footage and key fob swipe records, the apartment complex manager denied them access. 2 days later, the police intervened, shedding light on the unsettling details. As a maintenance worker since June 2021, Armando has possessed a traceable key fob, allowing access to any apartment. Security footage revealed disturbing moments, including the deadbolt being used on her door at 2:14 p.m. and 4:34 p.m. while Miya was at work. Miya's return at 5:06 p.m. marked her last appearance. Later that night, police discovered her room in disarray, a dresser blocking the door and a tampered window with a bloodstain on the pillow. Armando's car leaving Arden Villas at 5:52 p.m. made him a prime suspect. Further suspicions arose with his maintenance calls and key fob swipes. A search warrant was issued for Armando's apartment. Tragically, he was found dead by suicide the following morning. Another disturbing revelation emerged: an incident involving Armando and a woman 6 months before Miya's disappearance. Despite a smashed window, a lack of evidence closed the case. The incident occurred at the Sabal Club Apartments, where Armando was later found dead. Amidst the shock, Miya's family, friends, and the local sheriff's office organized search teams, prayer vigils, and community efforts. Despite feeling confident that Armando was responsible, the community mobilized in search of Miya. Police accessed Armando's phone records, revealing his presence near the dilapidated timber scan apartments at the suspected time of Miya's disappearance. On Saturday, October 1st, a week after Miya was last seen, her lifeless body was found, with her hands and feet bound with duct tape. She had the same jeans that she was last seen in, but she wasn't wearing a shirt, just a bra and a robe. The shirt she was last seen wearing was found inside her purse, which was near her body in the wooded area behind the timber scan apartments. Also in Miya's purse were her ID and some more of her belongings. So, it was easily confirmed to be hers. In a news conference that took place the same day, the sheriff announced that they had found what they believed to be Miya's body and, of course, had already informed her family. Although they felt confident it was her, they didn't know her cause of death, and they were still waiting for the medical examiner to officially confirm that the remains belonged to Miya. On Monday, September 27, 2021, Armando Caballero was found dead by suicide in the maintenance garage of the Sabal Club Apartments. His death raised questions, leaving the community grappling with the unsettling reality that the primary suspect could not be held accountable. Miya's disappearance and the subsequent revelation of her tragic fate left an indelible mark on the community. The loss of a promising young life sent shockwaves through Orlando and beyond, prompting reflection on the safety of residential spaces and the vulnerabilities individuals face. The community rallied together, participating in search efforts, prayer vigils, and support for Miya's grieving family. The case highlighted the importance of security measures within apartment complexes, leading to increased awareness and calls for improved safety protocols. The unresolved nature of Armando's actions left lingering questions, prompting discussions about mental health, workplace safety, and the responsibility of property management in ensuring residents' well-being. In the aftermath, the tragedy sparked conversations about the need for stronger protective measures, not only within the community, but also within the legal system. Miya's case underscored the critical importance of addressing signs of obsession and potential threats promptly, preventing such heartbreaking outcomes. As we reflect on Miya Marcano's life and the devastating impact of her untimely death, let this episode serve as a reminder that the pursuit of justice and the collective effort to ensure the safety of our community